to the Batcave, Robin. We haven't a moment to lose. Holy new in box! This certainly complicates things. Welcome to 5 Points of Articulation. The 5 points I discuss are packaging, presentation, posability, playability, and price. I'm Jason, and for the month of January, we're gonna spotlight Batman's arch nemesis, the clown prince of crime, the Joker. Today, we're closing out Joker Month with a long overdue look at the McFarlane Toys Batman Classic TV series Joker, Robin, and Batcave. Starting off with the packaging, and it's a typical colorful classic TV series blister card. Logos up top, skyline at the bottom, sound effects on the side, and swirly blue void behind them. On the back, we've got some product shots for the Batcave and Batmobile, and some digital renders for Joker and Robin. As these portraits go, this one doesn't feel terribly accurate to Cesar Romero, but as we'll see, this one does seem a bit more on the ball than the actual figure. For those who are interested, here's the UPC for the Joker, and here's the UPC for Robin. For packaging, I'm giving Joker and Robin 1 whole point. Moving on to presentation, Robin stands at 5.5 inches, and the Joker stands at just over 6. Having already looked at Batman and the Riddler, there was a lot of reuse between the two. Robin and Joker, however, are completely new sculpts. Starting with Robin, and they've mostly done a good job of capturing his costume. We've got the bright red tunic with the yellow fasteners, logo over his heart, and of course his infamous shorts. There's a soft piece here for the bottom of the tunic so it doesn't get in the way of articulation. He's also got his very heroic pantyhose and elf shoes. The utility belt has been nicely sculpted, but there is a little bit of paint slop on mine. Also, all the capsule lines should be painted in as well. Similar to Batman, the collar holds down the cape, and also similar to Batman, the cape is a very flimsy, cheap material. Oddly enough, they also put scallops on his cape, which Robin absolutely did not have, and they also cut it at this diagonal angle. And then we get to the face. The printed detailing is pretty good. Could use a little bit more black around the eye holes though. More importantly, this really does not look at all like Burt Ward. The cheeks are just too round and chubby, the hairline's too high, and the lips are just too full and puckery. If he's just sitting on your shelf, you're probably not going to notice, but he definitely doesn't stand under close scrutiny. Moving on to the Joker though, and I think this is a fantastic likeness to Cesar Romero. The 3D printing on the eyes and mouth is pretty good, and I really appreciate the more muted green for the hair as compared to the box art. That said, they did leave out the most important detail to Cesar Romero's Joker, the obviously painted over mustache. And speaking of things that are missing, they also left the pinstriping off of the pants. Otherwise, this is a pretty decent suited body sculpt, and I'm kind of curious to see if they use it for anyone else. A suited version of the Riddler, for example. Overall, these are decent looking figures. Still, they're held back by some missed opportunities and some questionable likeness choices. For presentation, I'm giving Joker and Robin 0.5 point. Moving on to posability, and this just happened. Considering that the head broke off of my very first Joker, this feels strangely appropriate. Luckily, we have no such trouble with Robin. Both Joker and Robin have swivel hinge shoulders that raise up over 90 degrees. Joker much more so. And from the looks of it, he needs to consider changing deodorants. Moving on down the arm, and they have single jointed swivel elbows. Robin has forearm swivel, though to be fair I would have preferred bicep, and both of them have swivel wrist. Speaking of swivels, they both have swivel in the waist, and a T-style crotch that kicks out like so. They've got single jointed swivel knees, and nothing else. Similar to Riddler, the lack of ankle articulation is pretty unfortunate because his shoes are at a curve, making him a little bit trickier to stand. Fortunately, Robin's feet are nice and flat. Even so, articulation is absolutely the weakest part of this line, so for posability, I'm giving Robin and Joker 0.5 point. Riddle me this! What does the Joker use to fix broken things? Crazy glue! Moving on to playability, and Joker comes with an ouch and a sock. A sock? Dobby is free! Robin comes with a wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Over the course of the series, we have gotten a pretty fun variety of these. Unfortunately, we have also gotten some doubles. But playability is more than just accessories, it's also about how well your figure plays with others. Here's Robin and Joker with Batman and the Riddler. Seeing them all together, and I have to say this line is really growing on me. Hopefully it'll continue with characters like Catwoman and Penguin, and I imagine that they could reuse the Catwoman body for Batgirl. I also kind of hope that they go even deeper. For example, I'd love an Egghead. And you would also love for me to get Egghead because it would give me a wonderful excuse to whip out my Vincent Price impression. For a classic style Robin comparison, here he is with superpowers, the Silver Age 2-pack by DC Direct, and DC Universe Classics by Mattel. Here he is with the concept Robin from Batman Returns and the actual Robin played by Chris O'Donnell from Batman Forever. For a couple of Tim Drake comparisons, here he is with Total Justice by Kenner and the 2003 Batman series by Mattel. Mattel. For a couple of blue and gray Batman comparisons, here he is with the 2003 Mattel series and DC Universe Classics. And for one more blue and gray comparison, here he is with Batman from the Silver Age 2-pack. For a Batgirl comparison, here he is with the DC Superheroes by Mattel and the DC Essentials. The purple and yellow costume of the DC Essentials definitely evokes Yvonne Craig from the classic TV series. Moving on to Joker, for a 4 to 5 inch scale comparison, here he is with a few from Kenner and Toy Biz. For a 6 inch comparison, here he is with DC Superheroes by Hasbro and DC Universe Classics by Mattel. For a couple of other classic Batman rogues, here he is with the DC Direct First Appearance Catwoman and the DC Universe Classics Penguin. Just for jollies, here he is with a couple of other McFarlane Jokers. For a relative scale comparison, here's both Robin and Joker with Pizza Spidey and the Spectacular Spider-Man, and of course, here they are with Stealth Iron Man. But playability is more than just accessories and action figure comparisons, it's also about vehicles. Turbines to speed! I still think that they're too big and that the whole line should have been 4-inch scale. Even so, it is still pretty cool to see them together in it. But playability is even more than just accessories, figure comparisons, and vehicles, it's also about playsets. And this is one that I have been particularly excited for. Taking a moment to look at the packaging, and I'm already very impressed with how this thing is packed. There's just a really great use of space here. I also like how the window looks like the jagged entrance of a cave. On the side, we can see Batman standing next to a computer bank, and we get some great product shots on the back. Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. Getting it out of the box, and there is a lot to assemble. There's the Bat computer. You can tell it's the Bat computer because it's labeled. There's the navigational aid, and a desk, and this thing. Come to think of it, maybe they should have invested in a few more labels. There's also these. We got the US and Canada crime photo file and the international crime photo file, but what's down here? Robin, the photographs in that file are for artistic reference and are not meant for a young boy's eyes. And whatever it is, there's also this. To include so many accessories at this price point, they're actually all shallow and hollow, and all the gadgets and gizmos are actually stickers. To be honest, not only do I not mind, I'm just happy I didn't have to put the stickers on myself. It also comes with the bat poles. They just kind of hang out over there. It also includes a shiny cardboard platform for the Batmobile, and they scale perfectly. Oh wait, if you thought the Batmobile was small, it's got nothing on this. Look, I know that I'm beating a dead horse, but this line really needed to be 4-inch scale. And the only reason that I can imagine that it isn't is because that's the scale that Spin Master does, and McFarlane's license doesn't allow it. As a general backdrop for your figures, it works fine. You'll just have to get a little bit creative. For playability, I'm giving the Joker, Robin, and the Batcave 1 whole point. This leaves us with nothing left to discuss but the price. Joker and Robin came from Target and are $17.99. Based on the limited articulation and accessories, I do feel that is a bit too much, especially compared to the DC Multiverse figures, which only cost $2 more. The Batcave, on the other hand, is $29.99, which for everything that you're getting is an incredible value. Is it a bit small for your McFarlane figures? Sure. Still, it makes a great backdrop for the collection and is a perfectly functional playset for your smaller scale Batman figures. For price, I'm giving Joker and Robin half a point for a grand total of 3.5 out of 5. The Batcave, however, gets 1 whole point and is a perfect 5 out of 5. I hope you've enjoyed Joker Month. It's been a lot of work, but also a lot of fun. But as long as they keep making Joker figures, there's still more madness to look forward to. Until then, play nice and have fun.